Welcome to the Pacific Northwest edition of America Outdoors Radio. We've got a fast-paced hour of fishing, hunting, and conservation covering the nation and the Northwest, including 13 extra minutes of local content you'll only hear on Seattle's Sports Radio 950 KJR.
It's Saturday morning, and we've got two great guests for you talking about hunting today, both west and east of the Cascades. At the bottom of the hour, Guide Aaron Peterson with Peterson's Northwest Guide Service will talk decoys for ducks and geese and how he uses them to bag birds on his guided hunts in the North Sound. Meanwhile, at the end of our show today, Mike Meisberg from Mardon Resort in Grant County will join us to tell you about the Royal Slope Booster Club, your ticket to thousands of acres of private land where you can hunt pheasants, duck, and geese this hunting season for a very affordable price. Before we talk to Aaron and Mike, though, it's time to tell you, as we do every week, what's hot and what's not here in the Pacific Northwest, which is brought to you by your Puget Sound area Sportsman's Warehouse stores, where that free-to-enter Coho Derby is ending on the 31st. Here's the deal. For the few days you have left, get out there and catch a coho. The bigger, the better. Then take it to the Sportsman's Warehouse store in either Federal Way, Puyallup, Everett, or Silverdale. Get it photographed, get it weighed, and you are entered for a chance to win a gift card worth anywhere from $100 to $1,000. One place you can go to catch some of those coho is in Southwest Washington. State creel checkers were out at the Cowlitz and Lewis Rivers last weekend and found on the Lewis 106 bank anglers with 5 Chinook, 9 coho jacks, and 5 release Chinook. Boat anglers weren't doing much better. 37 rods kept 1 Chinook, 3 jacks, 3 coho, and 9 coho jacks, along with a steelhead. Things were a bit better on the Cowlitz River, both up and downstream from the I-5 bridge. The better fishing was above that bridge, where 60 bank rods released 27 Chinook and 1 coho jack. 30 rods on 21 boats kept 7 coho jacks and 2 steelhead and released 21 Chinook. Why all the release Chinook? Because you can't keep them on the Cowlitz anymore from the mouth to the barrier dam. What else is hot? Razor clamming is hot this weekend on the Southwest Washington coast, and you'll want to bring your headlamps because it's open tonight at Twin Harbors and Copalis. Low tide is at 9:19 p.m., and tomorrow, Sunday, low tide's at 10:08 p.m. The open beaches, Twin Harbors, and Mock Rocks. The limit is the first 15 razor clams you dig. Another opportunity is some fall kokanee fishing, and one place to do it is at Lake Stevens in Snohomish County. Poster Josh H. did exactly that last weekend and had a good outing, sharing the results on NorthwestFisheryReports.com. Josh was trolling a pink Elgin fishing God's Tooth spoon 30 feet deep at about 1.2 miles per hour and boated 8 kokanee, and some of those were pretty good sized. Better still, the fish are in good condition, and Josh says they cut quite nicely. And as we all know, it is hard to beat the taste of kokanee off the grill. Last but not least, I enjoyed a cast and blast trip at Potholes Reservoir in eastern Washington last Friday with Shelby Ross, the owner of Ross Outdoor Adventures. We knocked down 5 ducks, which wasn't too bad for a bluebird day in October, and then went walleye fishing, boating 8 keepers up to 4 pounds in size, along with several bonus fish to include a couple of 3+ pound bass that were released. So there you go. Now you know what's hot and what's not, right here in the Pacific Northwest.
That's your first local shot of the outdoors. Now let's see what's going on across the nation. Sportsman's Warehouse is America's premier outfitter, and with over 90 locations, you're sure to find a store near you full of the gear you need to succeed this hunting season. Firearms, ammo, archery equipment, decoys, clothing, boots, and more. You'll find it all at Sportsman's Warehouse. Better still, the knowledgeable staff can help you with tips and frequent in-store seminars, all designed to help you bag a trophy or a limit this hunting season. Find a location near you or shop online today at sportsmanswarehouse.com.
Are you looking to reel in the marketing opportunity of a lifetime? America Outdoors Radio has sponsorships available, and we offer affordable platforms to reach thousands of listeners. Find out more by contacting John Cruz through his website at AmericaOutdoorsRadio.com.
Ready for more local fishing and hunting? You got it. It's the Pacific Northwest edition of America Outdoors Radio, right here on Seattle's Sports Radio 950 KJR.
We're checking in with Aaron Peterson again on America Outdoors Radio. He's the owner of Peterson's Northwest Guide Service. He's offering guided duck and goose hunts in Skagit and Snohomish counties this fall. Aaron, some of our listeners were wondering what a day in the field or on the water looks like when it comes to waterfowl hunting. I know they generally don't have to spend money for a hotel because you're like within an hour and a half in Seattle. So what time are they showing up to go hunt with you?
Well, typically, John, guys show up about a half an hour before daylight to the decoys set up and a nice warm cup of coffee waiting for them.
So if it's a field hunt, you're going to have those decoys out there for duck or geese. Question for you. When it comes to the decoys, are you one of those guys that uses the ultra-realistic decoys, and are you using hundreds and hundreds of them, or is less better in terms of quality over quantity?
Yeah, good question, John. When it comes to snow geese, more of the numbers are better. We mix rags, full bodies, flyers in. Typically with snow geese, numbers are the key. Lots and lots of snow geese decoys.
So snow geese have not gotten any smarter over the years. They'll still confuse a rag for a fellow snow goose.
Oh, yeah. At the beginning of the season, they might be a little less on the brain side.
Right. Well, that's good to know. When it comes to some of your water hunts, tell me about your floaters. Are you using, again, a big raft of decoys, or are you just using maybe a couple of dozen?
Depends on the time of the year. Usually later it gets into the season, we do scale back a little bit on our decoys, but we are using fully flocked or at least flocked head decoys.
And I think that's important because you can walk into a sporting goods store and for like less than $50, you can buy a dozen decoys. But those decoys, they're not going to work as well as these flock decoys. For our listeners who don't know, what's a flock decoy?
Flock decoy is, instead of a hard plastic with a shine, it is a felt-like surface that makes the duck or goose look more realistic.
And folks, these flock decoys, they work. Trust me, if you've got two hunters that are basically in two different ponds, those ducks, 9 times out of 10, they're going for those flocked, realistic decoys. So this is an indicator of what a professional Aaron is and how easy it is to hunt with him. Just bring your shotgun, just bring some warm clothes. He's got the coffee for you. He's got a dog for you. He's got the decoys for you. Just go out there, have a good time, enjoy the liberal limits. The website to go to, petersonsnorthwest.com. That's petersonsnorthwest.com for your waterfowl hunting this fall. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks for having me, John.
Backcountry hunters and anglers, the men and women working hard to keep public lands in public hands. Check us out at backcountryhunters.org.
Don't leave yet. We've got one more local shot of fishing and hunting to wrap up the Pacific Northwest edition of America Outdoors Radio.
Pheasant hunting season has started in eastern Washington, and there's certainly a lot of public lands that you can go to, but everybody knows that private lands, especially agricultural lands, can be the best places to go pheasant hunting. But how do you access them? One way to do so is through the Royal Slope Booster Club in Grant County. With us here to tell you more about this long-running operation is Mike Meisberg with Mardon Resort. Mike, how does this work?
Good morning, John. 3 of us men got together many years ago, I think it was in '86, and we created the Royal Youth Boosters Hunting Club. This is a property that's privately owned, and the farmers donate it at no cost. And then the hunters pay $300 for a season, and then the children under 18 are half price. We also have dove hunting in the early dove season. On this property, there are some amazing goose hunting areas that are completely ignored. No guides are allowed on the boosters' property. It's only regular people, no guides. If you're ever guided, you're not allowed on the boosters' property. But basically, you come to Mardon Resort, and you can call Mardon Resort or do it by email, and we'll send the information to you. An additional part of this program is we have a pheasant release program. We buy about 3,000 pheasants, and we have on your membership information the dates and the times when they are released, which is extremely helpful for our old hunters and our brand new hunters. So for a complete cost of $300 for duck, goose, and pheasants, you can enjoy the pheasant release program with the Royal Youth Boosters. All these monies are donated to children in the Royal City School District. It's put us in some amazing facilities for our Royal City football team that's won 48 games in a row. And we put scholarships together and are awarded monies to advance on to different debates and things. But it's a good activity and a great place for hunters to come and enjoy Eastern Washington on the Royal Slope area.
That's the Royal Slope Booster Club, folks. You'll find it in Grant County, Washington, which statistically is the best place to go hunting for geese, for ducks, and for pheasant. So get your membership for the season through Mardon Resort at the south end of Potholes Reservoir. If you're looking for a place to stay, Mardon Resort is a great place to stay. You can also go to moseslake360.com to find other options too. Thanks, Mike.
Have a great day, John. Bye for now.
That's all for this week, but don't worry. We'll do it all again next Saturday morning from 7 to 8, right here on Seattle's Sports Radio 950 KJR.
NorthwestFishingReports.com is the Northwest's largest fishing reports website, featuring well over 50,000 fishing reports, videos, articles, and more. All 100% free. Catch more fish with Northwest Fishing Reports. Log on today.